So today we're going to be going over the dogfight position, specifically from a deep underhook. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to explain one simple concept that you should keep in mind whenever you're in an over-under style position, right here. So if you can see your position here, I have a deep underhook. Andrew here has a deep bite overhook. But who's going to win this position depends on where our knee lines are going to be. So right now, my knee line is in front of Andrew's, so I'm winning this position. But if he puts his knee in front of mine, then he's able to put a lot more pressure on my shoulder, and he's now winning the position. So something to keep in mind is always when you're in this dogfight position, if we're on the ground or if we're upstanding, you always want to have your hips or your knees in front of their line. I'm going to show one position advancement from this dogfight position. And again, just to reiterate, my knee is ahead of my opponent's knee line. So again, I can't do any of my offense from this position if I'm not beating the knee line. So the first thing that I always have to remember to do is to replace my knee in front of his knee line right here. Everything else is staying really, really tight. I'm staying nice and low. I'm not too low, I'm not too high, but I'm in good, strong position right here. And I'm pulling my opponent in and up against me. And when I'm here, the first thing that I want to show you is going to be a simple bear hug from this position. And the grip that I'm going to use for this is just a simple S grip lock right here. So you take your hands and you're going to be attaching your hands just like this. And there's a nice handle on your opponent's rib cage that you can feel once you get that right there. So we're here, we're beating the knee line, we have this deep underhook, we're bringing the position closer. We're going to lock our hands across from here, and then what we're going to do is tighten everything up, and then we're going to move our opponent from being to the side of us in front of us. So I'm not running into my opponent, I am taking him and I'm pulling him over top this knee that I'm using as a lever. So I'm here, right there. So again, I have good position, my knees in front, locking my hands in this S-lock. I'm taking everything and I'm squeezing it and I'm pulling it in tight. My elbows are coming in at the same time. And as I squeeze and pull, I take just a little more with my knee so that I have a little more space with my hip. And then I'm going to pull Andrew's body over top my knee so that my body isn't actually moving that much. It's his body that's moving. Boom. Right here. And from here you end up in a nice side control position. Next attack I'm going to show from this dogfight position, instead of attacking directly across our opponent's body, we're going to actually be attacking the head. But there are a few key details on this that you need to pay attention to. So just to reiterate, again, we have good established position, everything is tight, I'm beating my opponent's knee line, and I'm pulling my opponent into me. I'm bringing him a little bit lower on this one, I'm just coming down just a little bit here. And then I'm going to actually be jumping over top and attacking the head. But a key detail here is to keep your elbow tight. So one thing that this opponent can do if you try to attack, to attack his head sloppily is have your opponent do a duck under on you. But if you keep your elbow tight, you negate that. So if I'm here, my opponent has a chance to come up. So when I'm attacking this move right here, my elbow stays tight. One quick motion, boom, elbow tight. And then from here, it's the same motion as I did when I was attacking the body, where I'm bringing my opponent over top this knee. And so I'm not driving into him, I'm pulling him over top of me. And at the same time, I'm twisting down, and I'm twisting his head, if you can see this twist motion. Boom, right here, twist, and pulling our opponent in front of us. So again, good position, we're right here, bringing our opponent low, over top the head, elbow tight. I'm doing this twist motion, and one more thing, you make sure your arm stays across your opponent's back. So as you hit this, don't let your arm come up. Keep it tight across the back, and that'll take all of the air out from your opponent. Right here. So one more time. Nice and tight, everything's low, boom. Right here into a side control position.